Hey, friends, it's Thursday, so you know what that means. It is time for another edition of Action Figure Impact, where I take a look at the action figure of a wrestler who has made an impact in TNA wrestling. Yes, as always, the pun is intended. And today I want to talk about Frankie Kazarian. You talk about the foundation, at least in my fandom, for TNA wrestling. He is there. He is one of the guys that really um, helped TNA stand apart, along with AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Lance Hoyt. You know, these were guys that were there in the very beginning and that you didn't see in the WWEs. And yeah, even WCW he started in that area post WCW, I believe. Where the only TV exposure you got was really WWE, and then it was just the tape traders until TNA Impact started up. He was a mainstay in the X division, which is TNA's kind of cruiserweight, but it eventually evolved to where it said it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. And so the X division became less about the size of a wrestler and more about the wrestling style, that lucha libre high flying style, and he was a big part of it. He had a very specific look in his younger days. He had the long hair, and he's a lot slimmer. Um, really exemplified that X Division style, and a few years into his run, I don't know if he got fired or his contract expired, but he had a cup of coffee in WWE. I only saw him as enhancement talent and on the B&C shows, but he quickly made his way back to TNA Wrestling, where he's a multiple time, tag team champion along with Christopher Daniels, and really, made his name, from the early 2010s to the, he recently with SCU, SoCal Uncensored. That was a three-man group with him, Christopher Daniels, and what is his name? Scorpio Sky. And they had the catchphrase, "This is the worst town I'd ever been in." And it was kind of a running bit they did on being the elite, and touring the independents and Japanese promotions. They sparked a friendship and a kinship with the Young Bucks. And actually, one thing I didn't know until I did a little look into the Bullet Club is for a few months he was actually a member of the Bullet Club. And so that's a little interesting fact I didn't know. But the guy has been doing it for years. In AEW, he became the first tag team champion alongside Scorpio Sky. And after that run, he really changed up his style and appearance. They're probably right around that time. I noticed a big change in his style. He went, he very much, became the grizzled veteran, who was still an explosive athlete, but wrestled a more traditional hardcore style, and really it was more of a gimmick change as well, and had more of an attitude, and had the shaved head, and I think his band redid his theme, and so he came in, as the heavy metal rebel, and I think it says a lot when a guy can, be 20 years into the business and still keep it fresh and keep it original. And when he, felt like he reached his ceiling in AEW, he went back to where it all started in TNA Impact Wrestling, where he is, seems like building the next generation of TNA stars, as well as, getting himself on the, biggest platform as he can in these, prime years of his career. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the future as well. So that has been Action Figure Impact. If you guys watch TNA Wrestling, enjoy. I'm going to catch Ring of Honor Wrestling myself later on today. So I'll see you next time. Until then, keep watching that wrestling. Keep buying them action figures. I am out.